Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, 18 sessions, 18 days, 14th chapter, 14th session, 14 days class. Please accept the blessings of Sri Sri Gaurnitai and mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavad Gita means beautiful song of God. I say it's a beautiful song of love of God from the heart. He loves us and he says that, my dear living entities, why are you suffering? Please come back to me. And in the 13th chapter, we saw how the living entity is imprisoned in a body with 24 elements. And we saw how by knowledge, that is the 20 elements of knowledge one can relive. So Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that 13th chapter, Pashyati, see, see the world not with these eyes. If we see this world with these eyes, we will be disturbed because Duryodhan saw this world with these eyes and he said that I am the body and this is my kingdom. And the fact is, he is not the body, he is the soul. So Krishna in the 13th chapter says, see the body, but see beyond the body, the soul and the super soul. How the soul is is imprisoned in this body, which is made of 24 elements. Use the 20 elements of knowledge and relieve yourself. Now outside the body, again, let us go take this example of a prisoner. A prisoner is in the jail. Jail is made of, say, 24 elements. But inside the cell, when he comes out of the cell, the room, again, he has got handcuffs and the leg cuffs. So similarly, Krishna is saying, see, outside the body, the prisoner is not free. He has got the three modes of material nature, the the mode of goodness, passion, and the ignorance is not free. So this we may not see with the eyes. The name of the game is to see things which we cannot see with these eyes. Seeing the unseen is the name of the game. See the soul and the super soul within the body and see the three modes of material nature outside the body is the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, so with this small introduction, let us proceed to today's session. We will, for better understanding and easy assimilation of the subject matter, the, for we will see this chapter in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1, we will see slok 1 to 13, and when we go to phase 2, 14 to 18, and 19 to 27 is phase 3, conclusion and question answer. This chapter is very simple. Just remember three brothers. That's three famous brothers of Treta Yuga: Vibhishan, Ravan, and Kumbhakarna. Vibhishan represents the mode of goodness, Ravan represents the mode of passion, and Kumbhakarna represents the mode of ignorance. Like mode of passion is, mode of goodness is following the rules and regulations, uh, always happy, satisfied, and reading scriptures. Whereas the mode of passion is never satisfied, always attracted for more money and women. And the mode of ignorance, just remember Kumbhakarna. He was just sleeping, and if he wakes up, he is very angry and he fights. This is mode of ignorance. So just remember this three brothers, and this chapter is easy to understand. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Shri means beautiful. Bhagavan means the important person. Vacha means says. That means that a beautiful, important person is saying something which is very beautiful, important for us. That means we should pay attention. It is going to help us. So we should sit erect and pay full attention, not speak, not think, not do anything other than hearing and grasping every word. Forget every word. Every letter is important for us and beautiful, and it will help us. Parambuya pravakshyami jnananam jnanam uttamam yajnatva munaya sarve param siddhimito gatam. Oh Arjuna, I'm going to speak some supreme wisdom. the best of the knowledge. Whatever I spoke, something better than that. What is the benefit of that, Krishna? By this, many sages attain the supreme perfection. Idam jnanam upa ashrita. By hearing that knowledge, previously many sages got perfection, and you hear this, and you also will get the supreme perfection. Idam jnanam upa ashritya mama siddha sadharmayam agata sarge api nopajayante pralayena vyatanti cha. By becoming fixed in this knowledge which is I'm going to speak, one can obtain the happiness which I'm experiencing, or the happiness one experiences in the Vaikuntha planet, the unlimited, ever increasing happiness. Thus, one is not born again at the time of creation and not disturbed at the time of dissolution. So, so people are disturbed at the time of birth, and people are disturbed at the time of death. At the time of birth, in the mother's womb, one is crying and crying and in a pain. At the time of death, again, people are crying because they are seeing the Yamdutas. Same at the time of creation, the living entities are forced into the universe. They go through a very tough time. At the time of dissolution, again annihilation, again there is fire, water, and a lot of disturbance that creates fear in the mind. But when we have this knowledge, we will be blissful and peaceful. Oh Krishna, how does the birth of this creation take place? You are talking about creation. Please tell me how the creation takes place. Oh, Arjuna, I'll be speaking about this, then I will speak about the modes. Mama yonir mahad brahma tashmin garbham dadamyaham sambhava sarvabhutanam tato bhavati marata. The total substance called Brahman is the source of birth. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, etc., etc. is called Brahman. And it is that Brahman that I impregnate and making possible the birth of living entities. We should know that from Balram, Krishna and Balram comes from Balram, the four quadruple expansion, Anirudh, Pradyumna, Sankarshan, and Vasudev comes. And again, Anirudh, Pradyumna, Sankarshan, and Vasudev. From Sankarshan, second Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu. And from Mahavishnu, all the big universes comes. And from this universe, the Lord just impregnates, uh, he puts his glance through one, the time comes, to another, the living entity comes, and it goes into the universe. And then everything starts happening. So Krishna is explaining that सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेया मूर्तया सम्भवान्ति यः आशां ब्रह्म महाद्योनिर् हम बीज प्रदापिता. It should be understand that all the species, all the living creatures, oh son of Kunti, is born in this material nature according to that karma, and Krishna is the seed-giving father. So Aham Bija Pradapita, Krishna says this. Uh, he is the father in the in the ninth chapter also, in this chapter also, in the seventh chapter also. Yeah, Shri Gauranitai ki jai. So, Aham Bija Pradapita. So, in this way, uh, Krishna, we can be father and mother of few children, but not every children or everybody. So, Krishna, uh, Krishna, whatever he says, he speaks the truth. Apart from truth, he doesn't speak anything. So, he is the father. That's why we see Jesus Christ says, I am son of God. Yes, Jesus Christ, what he's saying is correct. He's son of God. And we are also children of God. The only difference is Jesus is obedient son of God, and we are little inobedient. So we feel ashamed to call ourselves children of God. So Jesus is very proud in calling himself a son of God because he's obedient, and we are feeling little shy because we are. So, but the fact is, we are all children of God. Sattvam rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhava nibadanti mahabhavo dehe dehi nama vyayam. Because they are, because they are very notorious, so they are given some punishment. They are bound. by Rajaguna, Tamaguna, and a Satoguna. In the prison, it is not that the prisoners are having good time. They are having a big screen to see movies, and they are having good uh, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and having swimming pool to swim and tennis to play. No, they in prison they are put into handcuff, leg cuff, and the neck cuff. So here also in this material world, because we are one is not obedient, one is uh, bound by the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. It's like the iron chain, the golden chain, and the silver chain. But the chain is chain. Sometimes the prisoner is put into a first-class jail where he can read newspapers and see the television and watch movies. Sometimes the prisoner is put in a second-class jail where many people are put into one place. And in third-class jail is beaten very much. So, but jail is jail. So those who are not obedient, they are given a treatment in this prison. Similarly, in this material world. Oh, Krishna, how does the three modes condition the living entity? Oh, how does what is the symptom of a sattva guna and person in mode of goodness, in passion and ignorance? Yes, Arjuna, I will be speaking from slok 5 to 9. We see uh, 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 when we remember Vibhishan, we can see the quality of a person in goodness. Vibhishan gets up early in the morning, he takes bath, he goes for Mangalarti, then he reads Bhagavatam, and is very blissful. Tatra Sattvam Nirmala Prakasham Anamayam Sukha Sangena Badnati Jnana Sangena Cha Anaga. Oh, sinless one, Arjuna. The person who is in a first class jail, he is always uh, smiling and happy and Sukha Sangena Bandhanti. He is happy, peaceful, and he wants more and more knowledge what is happening around the world. And he is peaceful and he is trying to acquire knowledge. And whatever he eats, whatever he does, he tries to acquire more and more knowledge. This is the symptom of a person who is in like Vibhishan, Satvaguna. But a person who is in Rajaguna, in the second class jail, he is like Ravan. He wants more and more and more. He says that I want more money, I want more, you know, more. He's not happy with one wife, he wants more wife. So that goes on and on. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhava tani badananti kontaya karma sangena Dehinam. He is there is Trishna. Trishna means there is a the insatisfaction. There is a thirst for more and more and more. He's not satisfied with what he has got. He wants whatever he sees. He feels it is mine. So he has got enough, but still, if he got 10 rupees, he wants 100. If he wants 100, he got 1,000. If he got 1,000, he wants 1 lakh. 1 lakh, then he wants. Even if he gets the whole universe, he is not satisfied. Vaman Bhagwan, that's what he said to Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj said, I want 3 feet of land, just one, two, three steps of land. Bali Maharaj said, oh, you boy, you are small. You don't know that land is very important. Take something more. Then Vaman Bhagwan says, a very beautiful thing. There is no end to greed. A person who wants more and more, even if he get the whole universe, it is very less for him. So the person in Rajaguna is never satisfied. He wants more and more and more, and he's in anxiety. Uh, Somebody may take what he is possessing. So that's the nature of a person in Tamaguna, in Rajaguna. Uh, Tamata Ajnana Jam Vidhi Mohanam Sarvadehinam Pramadalasya Nidrabya Tani Badanti Bharata. Just see who is that third brother? That is um, Kumbhakarna. He is always sleeping. And if you wake him up, he will get angry and he shout and fight. So if he's disturbed, then he shouts and fights. So in this way, a person who is in Tamaguna is either sleeping. Sometimes we find that the parents complain that That child is very naughty and shouting and angry and all these things. That is because he is in a mode of ignorance. And he becomes so violent that they take him to the psychiatrist. And what does the psychiatrist do? He does not do anything. He knows that this fellow is in Tamaguna. He gives some tablets by which he goes to sleep again in Tamaguna. He is not able to take this person from Tamaguna to Rajaguna or Satvaguna. He was shouting, but he gave some injections or tablets which made him sleep again in Tamaguna. But the beauty of Krishna consciousness is Srila Prabhupada, he was with the hippies who were into mode of ignorance. They were into uh, drugs and they were into sleep and intoxication, madness. They were in mode of ignorance. But Prabhupada introduced Krishna consciousness. He made hippie happy, Rusis, Rishis, Chinese, Muni, and Japanese to Japan, made those who are unhappy to happy. So the doctors and the psychiatrists, they just take from, and we feel, wow, the doctor has cured my son. But he's in Tamagun. He's not coming out of the Tamaguna. But Krishna consciousness will really take one from Tamagun to Rajagun to Satogun to Super Satogun, Suda Satogun. Oh Krishna, please tell me, how may I know the mode of nature? Which mode of nature is prominent in a person? We find that sometimes in the morning we are peaceful and happy. In the daytime, we run around. I want more money. And in the night, we are tired and we want to go to sleep. So we are Sattvagun. In our own life, we will see that sometimes we are in Sattvagun, sometimes we are in Rajagun, sometimes we are in Tamagun. So, Krishna is saying, if we have this knowledge, we will understand how the material world is playing with us, and we will be careful uh, to not to get into mode of passion and ignorance and be more in mode of goodness. Sattvam sukhe sanjayate raja karmani bharata jnana avritya tu tamaham pramade sanjayati utaha osana bharata. The mode of goodness, a person is happy and peaceful, he is satisfied. A mode of passion, he is always in anxiety, and one in his ignorance is always in madness. Rajatama, sometimes it is not that always we are in Satvaguna. It's like three wrestlers. Wrestler number one, sometimes he beats wrestler number two and three. And sometimes the wrestler number two becomes powerful and he beats wrestler number three and one. And sometimes the wrestler number three becomes powerful and beats wrestler number one and two. There three modes are some playing with every living entity. Sometimes Satoguna is prominent, sometimes Rajaguna. We can see in our own day. So Krishna says, Rajastama cha abhi chabhya satvam bhavati bharata raja satvam tamaschaiva tamasatvam rajastata. Sometimes the mode of goodness is more prominent. Then we are peaceful, we are happy, we are reading Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And sometimes we are in mode of passion. Oh, I want to go to the office. I want to make more money. I want to do. Then we are tired in the night sometimes. So in this way, the three, you know, the three modes are constantly uh, like three wrestlers trying to put other down and become. So the night comes, we are tired and we go to sleep. So it's like a wrestler. Tamagun is so powerful wrestler that even the greatest of all the powerful wrestler, Tamagun comes, he will put him down to sleep. Chat karke. He has to go to sleep, and the winner is Tamagun. So uh, in this way, the three modes are always in competition. So we should be careful not to let Tamagun and Rajagun to take over. We should try to be more and more in Sataguna by proper uh, proper association, proper food, proper uh, uh, knowledge, reading, so we can manipulate and become in Satoguna. Sarvadvareshu dehe asmin prakasha upajayate jnanam yada tada vidya vivriddham sattvam iti uttam. When one is in mode of goodness, he will acquire knowledge from all the nine doors of the body. From the eyes, he will take knowledge. From the ears, he will take knowledge. From the nose, he will from the food he eat, it gets knowledge. He will be very peaceful and will be knowledge is all the nine doors are very peaceful and not agitated, and he will gain more and knowledge from seeing, hearing, and whatever he does. But for one who is in mode of passion, lobha pravrite aramba karmanam asama spriya rajasi etani jayanti vivriddhe bharatarisha. Oh, greatest of the Bharatas, when mode of passion increases, then he's not satisfied. From the nine, he's always his nine doors are always agitated. His eyes, ears, everything is agitated, and he's anchoring for more and more and more. And he keep working and working and working. But one is in mode of ignorance. Aprakasho apravrite cha pramado moha eva cha tamasi etani jayanti vivride Guru Nandana. Oh, Guru Nanda Arjuna. When one is in mode of ignorance, he is either sleeping. If he gets up, he is shouting and beating or in madness. So that's why the doctor says you better take tablets and go to sleep. So in this way, people did not dare to wake up Kumbhakarna. They knew if he wakes up, then he will create, you know, menace, trouble. So they said, let him be peaceful. So, so this is how the three modes are always trying to. So in Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 11th canto, chapter 13, slok number 4, it is said that there are 10 things which now what is I am in which Satagun, Rajagun, or Tamagun. It depends on the 10 factors, and the 10 factors are the food we eat, uh, the agama, the books we read, the food we eat, the people whom we associate with, the kind of uh, activity we do. Agama, apa, Deshakala, uh, Deshakala Praja, uh, the place where we go or we are, it has got an impact on us. If we go to place like hills, then we feel like wow, it's very peaceful. But we go to the center of the city, everybody's running. We also get agitated, and so so in this way, the Desh Kal Praja, the food we eat, the books we read, and there are many more things. 10 items are mentioned, so we can manipulate our consciousness by these 10 things: samskara, birth, and the mantra we chant. There are 10 things. Of these, 8 things we can manipulate. What happens at the time of death when the different modes of are prominent, Krishna? Please explain each circumstances in detail. Then Krishna says, a person who dies in mode of sattva yada sattve pravridetu pralayam yati deha bhed tadottama vidam lokam amala pratipadyate. A person who dies in goodness, he will be peaceful and he will go to the abodes of great sages and the demigods. He will go to the higher planets. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate tato pralina tamasi muda yoni shujayate. But a person who dies in passion, more money, he will take a human birth in this earthly planet. And but a person who is in mode of ignorance, madness, he takes birth in the animal body in the lower planetary system. Karma sutrita ya ahu satvi satvikam nirmalam phalam rajastu phalam dukkam ajnana tamasa phalam. Okay, the result of the pious activities in the mode of goodness, one is uh, by being in mode of goodness, one does pious activities, good activities. Like if he's got a lot of money, he will give donation. If he's got knowledge, he will share the knowledge, he will help others. But mode of passion, he will try to exploit others. A person who is in mode of passion, He will exploit others. He will think about his good, but not about others' good. But a more person in a mode of ignorance, he will destroy himself and destroy others also. For example, a person who was in mode of goodness, he's got a lot of money. He will give food, clothes to others, and says, "Okay, you also be happy." But a person who is in mode of passion, he will think that I will make lot of money. You know, in India, people who wants to make money, they sell milk also. They don't care which milk they are selling. They will put soap powder with oil and put water and make it milk, and he will sell. He will make lot of money. It is good for him, but he doesn't care the other person's kidney and liver gets failed. So that person is mode of but a person who is in mode of ignorance, he will destroy himself and destroy others. So person who is in mode of ignorance, he will take a aeroplane and he says, I will kill myself and kill others also, and he will hit the twin tower. Or he will go to take a garland and put it on the prime minister. He will also, she will also die, and the prime minister also die. This happened in Sri Rangam, I think in late 70s. Rajiv Gandhi was the prime minister of India. So a lady, she came with a garland, but she was in total anger. So in the garland was the garland, and there were bombs, and she also put a bomb in her body. She said, "I will killing him. I will also kill myself." So those who are in mode of ignorance, they will destroy themselves and destroy others. Those who are in mode of passion, they will do something good for them. They will make money for others, but but they don't care if others are uh, in trouble. But those who are in goodness, they will do something good for themselves and others. Sattva sanjayate jnanam rajaso loba evacha pramadamo tamaso bhavato ajnanam evacha. So those who are in mode of goodness, they will think good for others, and those who are in mode of passion, he will think good for their own self, but not for others. But those who are in mode of ignorance, they will think whatever they think, they will destroy themselves and others. That's why when they leave the body, because of their pious activity, those who are in goodness, they will take birth in higher planetary systems. Urdam gacchati satvasta madhyatistati rajasa jaganya guna vritasta adho gacchanti tamasa. So while after living this kind of life, a person who has done good for others will go to a higher planetary system, and those who are done taking money, they will again get a human body to improve. But those who are always troubling others will go to lower planetary systems and be into hell. Oh Krishna, you are telling that the living entity is bound by the iron, the silver, and golden chain. How can one be released from this prison house? How can one be released from the mode of three modes of material nature? This is a good question, and Krishna now comes to the solution. The problem is there, but the solution is also there in Bhagavad Gita. नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा दृष्ट अनुपश्यति गुणेभ्यः च परं वेति मद्भावं सो अधिगच्छति. One who understands all the activities of the three modes of material nature. I am peaceful because Sattvagun is, I'm in Sattvagun. I'm hankering for more money, and I'm getting disturbed. I want more money and more, like Ravan, uh, money and women. Money and women. That means mode of passion is disturbing me, and I'm getting angry. Then we should understand that the mode of ignorance is troubling me. Then immediately we should do something that we go into mode of goodness. So we should try to change our food we are eating, the clothes we are wearing, the people we are meeting, the activity we are doing, uh, the kind of words we are uttering. By doing that, we can gradually the hippies, they were always into madness. But Prabhupada made them chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That helped them. They were in association of Prabhupada. That helped them. The Prasadam helped them. And gradually from madness, they become, from they become came to goodness, and they were peaceful. So Krishna is emphasizing If we understand I am being affected by the modes, we can work on Desh, Kal, Praja, um, and Agama, Apa, the food, the books we read, and help ourselves. Guna etan atita trin dehi deham samudbhavan janma mrityu jara dukke vimukta amritam asnute. And thus, the prisoner, like prisoner is having the handcuff, the leg cuff, and the neck cuff, no, but he starts behaving good. The jailer will notice, wow, of all the prisoners, this prisoner is becoming better. So he will release the handcuff, his relief his neck cuff and the leg cuff. And gradually the prisoner will be in the prison house, but he will not be like the other prisoners who are being bound by the handcuff and the leg cuff and is getting beaten. So he's in the prison house, but unlike other prisoners, he's happily the jailer feels that this prisoner is so good. Sometimes he calls him to the office. He tells, "Eat, drink tea with me, maintain my register." And he is unlike the other prisoners who are getting beaten. He is in the prison, but not like the other prisoners. He transcends the punishments. So Krishna says, if we understand the three modes and we start behaving, Durga Devi will release us from all the three modes and relieving us from birth, death, old age, and disease. Arjuna Vacha, Kerlinge Trin, Guna Etan Atito Bhavati Prabhu Kim Achara Katam Chetan Trin Guna Ativartate. Oh Krishna, I'm so happy to see that a person understands this knowledge, can transcend the punishment, the three modes of material nature. Like in the second chapter, Krishna says, uh, I want to know how does a person who is Sthita Pragya behaves. In the 13th chapter also, he says the same thing. And now also in the 15th chapter, 14th chapter, he says, I want to see the symptoms of a person who is understanding the modes and he is well behaved and is he can how does he transcend the whole thing. So this is again the question by Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna, uh, Krishna says, yes, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Again, when Vyasa Muni says Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Sri means beautiful, Bhagwan means the most important person, Vacha means speaks. So something beautiful, important is being spoken. And Vyasmuna, whenever he says Sri Bhagwan Vacha, that means something important and beautiful is will be spoken, which is beneficial for us. So we should pay most attention and catch every word of it, every letter. So Krishna starts प्रकाशम च प्रवृत्तिम च मोहनम एव च पांडव न द्वेषति संप्रवृत्तानि न निवृत्तानि कांक्षति. Such a person is very peaceful and that he does not hate anybody. He knows that everybody is my brother, everybody living, we are all children of Godhead. And he does not say that he is satisfied with whatever he has. And he doesn't say, I want more. And he doesn't get disturbed if somebody is, you know, uh, troubling him. He knows that uh, it is matter of few minutes and I will be out of it. So in this way, for example, the person who wants to go in a skyscraper, he wants to go to a 100th floor and he gets in the lift. Another person comes, he wants to go to the 25th floor, and third person comes, he also wants to go to the 100th floor. But the second person is troubling the first man, beating him nicely. He's very fat, and the 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 first person is thin. He's keeping quiet, and the second person is third person is watching what is happening. His dad doesn't speak anything, but the second person giving trouble to the first person, well, the beating him, beating. It's a, but the first person is just tolerating, and when the 25th floor comes, the second fellow goes, and the third person now dares speak. He said he was giving you a lot of tough time. He was kicking you, beating you, but you did not say a single word. He said you saw his size, he was so fat and tall. And if I speak something, maybe I may not reach, forget about reaching the 100th floor. I may not even reach the 25th floor. And I may not even have my teeth and eyes. So he tolerates. He knows it's just matter of few, that this is after some time I'll be free from this. So the devotee of the Lord, he tolerates whatever, uh, uh, and there is, he keeps on tolerating, and he knows that there is no other way but to tolerate. If I react, then things will become worse. Udasino vad asino guneryo na vichalyate guna vartanta iti evam yo avatistati nangate. So in this way, he uh, his mind, he tries to be very careful that, one second, Udasino, he tries to elevate his consciousness, and he tries to uh, uh, be, he moves in such a way that he doesn't get entangled in the worldly affairs. Sama dukkha sukha swata samalosta asma kanchana tulya priya apriyo dhira tulya ninda atma samstuti. He is like a peaceful saint. He knows that in this world there is something will be favorable, something will be unfavorable. Sukha and dukkha. What is happiness? In simple words, I want something, I get it, I'm happy. What is unhappiness? I want something and I don't get it. That is unhappiness. For example, a small boy, he wants ice cream. He gets ice cream, he's happy. For a small boy, he wants ice cream, he doesn't get ice cream, is unhappy. So the devotee of the Lord, he is peaceful. If he gets what he wants, he knows it is the mercy of the Lord. If he doesn't get what he wants, he knows that it is the it is Bhagwan ka icha, it is the desire of the Lord, and he knows it's a plan of the Lord. So he doesn't get disturbed. Sama sukh, sama dukkha sukha. So he is doesn't get disturbed. Samalosta asmas kanchana. Whether he gets gold, he doesn't get excited, or whether he gets a piece of iron. He looks at all these things with, if it is gold, immediately he will take it to Krishna and offer it to Krishna, make ornaments for it. If it is iron, again he uses this iron in Krishna's service. Everything he sees, he uses in Krishna's service. Somebody is behaving good with him, then he says it is Krishna's mercy. If somebody is misbehaving, he says that it's my karma. He doesn't complain. And he's very, very, very dhira. He is very much fixed in his service to Krishna. He is not doesn't get disturbed if somebody he insults him. He knows that I am such a lowly character, and I misbehaved and spoke such bad words to others. I should be getting more worse treatment, but Krishna is kind. I'm just getting a tinge of it. It's like I have done a mountain of sin, but the punishment should be also so heavy. But my body should be crushed in the under a car or something. But the Krishna is kind. He's just giving me a small cut. So he takes it in that way and is happy that Krishna is protecting him. He is not disturbed if somebody praises him or somebody insults him. He says that, wow, it's Krishna's mercy that people are speaking some good words to me. And if somebody is speaking harsh, he says that I deserve more. But Krishna is just giving me with these few words. And he's not disturbed. He doesn't complain like Jad Bharat or Amrish Maharaj. Mana apamana yo tulya mitra ari pakshayo sarva aramba parityagi gunatita sa uchyate. Such a person is and doesn't look for honor, or he doesn't get disturbed if he gets a lot of honor, if he doesn't get honor, any honor. Like if somebody comes, gives a lot of garland, he says Krishna deserves it. And somebody is not welcoming him and is not giving garland, he doesn't get disturbed. Oh, I'm such a big man, I did not get garlands. He's not disturbed. In way, the devotee of the Lord is very peaceful, and he knows uh, that the Lord is kind. That's why he's getting honor, and he doesn't get dishonor. That's why Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Trinadapi sunichena." Sarvarapi Saisuna Amanina Manadena Kirtana Sadari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasizes that if you don't get respect, don't get disturbed, because sometimes when we get respect, we feel, wow, I deserve, I got it. But when we don't get respect, and we think that I'm such a big man, I'm not respected. When Srila Prabhupada came to Singapore, he was very eager to spread Krishna consciousness in Singapore. But in the immigration, they stopped him. They did not allow. Prabhupada was sitting, but he did not say, I am such a great acharya, I am a sannyasi, I am uh, coming here to deliver. How come they did not allow me? Prabhupada was peaceful. He said that, man up. He said that, like Jesus Christ was uh, crucified, but he did not say, you all are fools, you all are wrong. He said, oh God, please forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. Like Haridas Thakur was beaten up and they were speaking ill words, but he said, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please forgive them. So that's the mood of Trinadapi Sunichena Tarapi Saisuna Manina Mandina Kirtanya Sadahari. So they don't have enemies. Jesus Christ, Haridas Thakur, Prabhupada, they don't have enemies or friends. They just want that every living entity should be happy. They don't do anything material. Sarva Aramba Paritagi. Prabhupada made 108 temples, but not a single room for himself. He wrote many books, but he did not write anything about himself, that I am such a great man, I did this thing. No, everything for Krishna. He spoke lectures, but to glorify Krishna, not to glorify himself or ask something for himself. Such a person will transcend the three modes of material nature. How will he do that, Krishna? My dear devotees, my devotees, they love me so much that they always take my name and they glorify me. Apart from me, they will not speak about anything else. They will not think about anyone else. They are like a chaste wife, a, a pure chaste wife. She is dedicated to serve her husband. Apart from her husband, she will not ever uh, think about any other man. That is called a Vyabhichar. Mamcha yo Vyabhicharena Bhakti Yogana Sevate Sagunan Samatitana Brahma Bhuya Kapate. My devotees, they love me. They think about me. They cannot stay without thinking me. Even a single minute without devotional service is like is ages. It is like a fish outside the water. They will be trembling. I want Krishna consciousness. I want Krishna consciousness. That is my devotees. My devotees. ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम अमृत अस्य अव्ययस्य च शाश्वतस्य च धर्मस्य सुखान एकांतिक च. They will experience that kind of bliss which I experience, and thus in this material world they will be peaceful and blissful. They will experience that kind of happiness which I experience in Vaikunta. Though they are in the prison house, but they are unlike the other prisoners who are in handcuff and leg cuff. So this is how we can also become a good devotee, be in this world, but not suffer like others living entities suffering in this material world. Just by understanding the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, we can transcend, upgrade our consciousness, be happy, and make others happy. So we should be kind to Srila Prabhupada, that he introduced Krishna consciousness to us, that whether one is in mode of ignorance, like hippies were in mode of ignorance, Srila Prabhupada gave them Krishna consciousness, they transcended. Whether one is in mode of passion, making money, like Albert Ford, he gave him Krishna consciousness, they have become Paramahansas, saints. Whether one is in goodness, like Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj, who was a scientist, he gave him Krishna consciousness and they became Paramahansas. So we are also with Prabhupada. Prabhupada is giving us Krishna consciousness. Let us take us this process seriously and transcend the three modes of material nature and live in this world unlike other living entities. Be peaceful and help others living entities to be peaceful, blissful, and happy. Please, Prabhupada and Gurudev, make our life successful. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for patient hearing, and Any question at this stage? This chapter is simple, and the next chapter is more simple. The 13th chapter was actually very simple. Just see this world, not see with these eyes, but see everything with the eyes of Bhagavad Gita. When we see everything with the eyes of Bhagavad Gita, we'll see the body, and within the body, soul and the super soul will see. That is. And in this chapter, Krishna is saying, see the body, but see outside the body how the body is tied by mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So somebody is peaceful, we should understand the mode of goodness is somebody is running here and there, we should understand. Seeing the unseen is the name of the game. Chapter 1, chapter 13, 14, and 15. And the word Pashyati, 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 Pashyati is in that chapter 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So seeing the unseen. We should, if we see this world with these eyes, we will be in always disturbed. See the body, but also see that the unseen three modes acting on the body. This is the lesson from this chapter, and we should learn to transcend by taking up Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Hari Krishna. Any questions, Mataji? Any question? So you all are blissful and happy. That means you are all in mode of
Hare
goodness.
Krishna
Hare
Maharaj,
Krishna.
please accept my humble obeisances. I have a question, Maharaj. If
Yes.
we see many devotees, they are always in anxiety for doing various services. Um, so they are in beyond
Which,
goodness. How to understand, Maharaj?
if somebody, once again, your question is, if some devotee is anxious to do service for Krishna,
Yeah, lot of services, more
for
and
a
more
lot of
services.
service for Krishna. So they are in mode of, uh, they are actually, they have transcended the three modes. Like Prabhupada, when he came to America, he wanted to establish temples, make more devotees, write books. So somebody may think, what is he doing? But everything he is doing for Krishna. So he is in not in mode of ignorance or mode of passion or mode of goodness. He is actually doing everything for Krishna. For himself, he just slept for 2 hours. For himself, he was just eating three times. In the lunch was the breakfast was little fruits. The dinner was milk and puffed rice, and he was taking massage and walk. Apart from that, 24 hours, 20 hours, he was doing everything for Krishna. Minimum input, maximum output. So we should understand he's a pure devotee. And gradually we should also try to be a pure devotee.
Okay, Maharaj.
That
Thank
is
you.
your question. Yeah,
Yeah,
one more
another
question.
question, Maharaj. If some devotees they do lot of services um, and if we work with them, we feel lot of burden and lot of
Okay.
anxiety is created. How to
One,
understand such?
okay. Well, your question is when there is one devotee who is doing lot of service, while doing service, he also gets anxiety. That means we should understand that that devotee is actually in mode of goodness, but at the same time there is passion also. That's why is in anxiety. I should get more, I should do better than him, or this anxiety. Like gopis also do a lot of service, and when they see that somebody is doing better, they are happy. Wow, uh, Lalita Sakhi is doing such a wonderful act, dressing for Krishna, or garland for Krishna, or jula for Krishna. Then they are happy that she is blessed with Krishna with that knowledge and that quality to do better service. And they pray that even I can do such wonderful service. But they are not, like in this material world, people are envious. Bala uska kameez mere kameez se safed kaise. No, they don't feel that envy, that array. how come they are doing better than me? So that is not there. If that kind of anxiety is there, that means little bit of mode of passion is there. So not to get disturbed, we should be again try to, you know, read Prabhupada books and take association of senior elevated Vaishnavas and gradually reduce our. So the very fact that we are serving Krishna is a big thing, but there is some anxiety. That means we should understand mode of passion is troubling us, but we should not get so discouraged that array mode of passion is disturbing us. But now we should try to, you know, eat food which will make bring us more to goodness, read books which will bring us to more goodness, desh kal praja, all these things, karma. There are 10 things which affect our consciousness. Yes, little bit of passion is there, but the good news is we are in the right path. We are in the process to become uh, out of the three modes of material nature. Okay, Hare Krishna. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much. So tomorrow we will be into 15th chapter, and so we'll start at 7:30 in the morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maharaj. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Maharaj. Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat
Thank you.
Pranam,
Thank you,
Dandavat Pranam,
Maharaj.
Dandavat
Dandavat pranam,
Dandavat
Maharaj. Thank you.
Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna. Any questions?